on, let's go outside, let's take a walk in the sun. There are things to learn and things to see, a big wide world for you, your dog, and me. Dog Talk. Hi guys, and welcome to Dog Talk. I'm Pat Becker, this is Annabelle Connor, and this precious little pickle right here is her baby dog. Oh, you are so cute. And occasionally we have people who will call or write or email and say, there was one segment that I didn't quite understand. Could you repeat some of the information? And we are really glad to do that, aren't we, Annabelle?
Yes, we are.
For sure. We had a segment on collars when we had our team here, and there was one question that they had about the prong collar. Now, Annabelle and I are of the opinion that this is a very severe piece of equipment. So tell me, Annabelle, what do you think of this?
I don't like to use them. I really don't use them in my practice at all. I find that they work on suppressing the dog's behavior, and the dog is constantly trying to avoid pain instead of teaching the dog what we want the dog to do.
Which is out of the other side of the coin, because we like a more progressive style of training. So this is, and I will agree, I think it's very dangerous for a lot of reasons in the hands of seniors. It can be very severe. If they fall, they jerk the dog. A dog that learns through this kind of thing, you take it off of them, magically they haven't learned a thing. So that makes the difference. But let's talk about some collars you like. Okay. Now these collars I kind of like. They're head collars, and we did not get to discuss them. There are Halties, and the Halties have a side that goes around the nose and on the sides of the jaw, and have attached to a leash this way. Yes. And the other one that I like, and you will tell me, is the Gentle Leader. Yes. I like it quite a bit. Now the Halties, to me, if you have a huge dog with jowls, sometimes these can get caught in the jowls, and the dog tosses its head or fights it. The Gentle Leader is very good, don't you think?
I think so.
If you control the length of it so that it should go around the muzzle, and then back behind the head, and that is so good.
And you control the nose, you can control the dog.
If you control the head of the dog, you control the dog, and that has always been. And I love these for older people, because there again, the dog pulls against itself, and you have the head. They don't go forward if their head is turned, so this makes a big difference.
It sure does.
What do you think about the difference between leather collars and these that are the webbed?
The leather collars I find are a little more stable as far as the dog can still pull out of them, but I think it's harder. These are easy to pop loose if you have a large dog, particularly because they're not very thick. They're nice strong. Yeah,
the one advantage of these collars is that you can wash them. You can throw them in the washer. With a leather collar, it is not so easy, but leather does last pretty much forever. This I like. This is called a little martingale. And you release it, and the pressure is released, and they come in pretty colors. So I hope that has answered some of the questions that we have had about the collar situation, because I think you thought it was unclear. When I reviewed it, I was a little concerned also. So we want to make ourselves very definitively, opinionated about this particular thing.
That's right. And also on all of this, you've got to teach what you want, because you have a limited amount of time before the dog is desensitized.
That's exactly right. Now I do have a couple of questions that the viewers, since I started doing this, we had gotten these a little while back now, and I wanted to maybe get your opinion on them. Okay. One of them was from Dana in Midwest City. How do I find my dog? What can I look for when I'm trying to find a dog?
Well, if you're wanting to go to a reputable breeder, which we hope everyone does, the way you can find out who that is, you can go to the AKC website and see some of the breeders that are listed there if you have a particular breed. And then you need to ask lots of questions.
Like what?
How many litters they breed a year. If they're breeding a whole lot of litters, I would prefer somebody that didn't breed more than 3 litters a year. I would also, they should require spay and neuter contract because you're not going to be showing the dog.
Absolutely. And I might add that if there is something with the dog that concerns you, you should be able to go back to that breeder.
That's exactly right. They
Folks,
can become a wonderful resource.
Buying a dog out of the newspaper, I am totally against. It's one of those things.
And go see the facility and see the parents.
Right, exactly,
And see what you think.
Now this one is a little doo-doo-ish. It says, why does my dog eat the feces?
Well, it's a pretty disgusting problem. People are really grossed out by it. Dogs are not grossed out at all.
Yeah.
And they don't really, there's a lot of theory, but the main thing is you're going to have to keep your yard really clean and be out there when they do
Absolutely.
it. Absolutely.
Just pick it up, folks, because it can cause some problems because you don't know what kind of thing it's generating. Now, one of the others is we had with housebreaking. Do you have a problem with housebreaking your dogs?
It's a matter of too much freedom too quick.
I agree totally.
People get into trouble with it.
Yeah, they do. Well, we hope that we have answered some of your questions, guys. Keep them coming because this way we will be informed as to what you want to know. And we hope that our show will be educational as well as entertaining. But we have these experts that come with us that we really do appreciate. Thank you so much. How are the governor's dogs, by the way?
They're doing
Since
really
you are
well.
their trainer.
Well, they're doing great. They're great dogs.
That's good. I know they do love them. We will take a quick break and we'll be right back.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
There are so many kinds of medical help and facilities for animals. And Dr. Mars is with us today. And Pat, great to have you too.
It's good to be here.
And Dr. Mars, you are a chiropractor.
Yes, that's right.
An animal for animals. And I know that I noticed that in about 1990 something, you changed from humans to the animals?
Actually, in 1992, we closed our people practice the end of 92.
I
and
think
went
that was
strictly
very
animals.
smart.
We thought so too.
Well, as far as facilitating for our species, I really appreciate that because there is so much that we don't know and so much that we are learning. And I'm learning that this little key girl is so sweet. Are you sweet? She says, yes, I'll do anything you want. Get me off this table. So I think she really needs the loving touch. Now tell me about what is chiropractic medicine?
Chiropractic itself is based on the theory that the body has an inborn or an inherent or innate ability to heal itself, and it's facilitated through the nervous system. And if we can keep the nervous system functioning properly, it enables the body to go ahead and heal itself. It's facilitated again through the nervous system, through the spinal column, because that's where it's housed. It's housed within the spinal column and distributes spinal nerves and then peripheral nerves to all parts of the body, all organs of the body, all systems of the body.
So what would be a symptom that I would bring my dog to you in something like this?
Typically they're performance related. Either the dog won't jump up or jump off of something. I know you have an agility course out here. A lot of times weave poles, for example, they don't want to do their weave poles. They hesitate on an A-frame or over a jump, something like that. In general, sometimes their times just start falling off. They're just not running the course as quickly.
So what I hear you saying is that for dog sports and active dogs that way, it probably is imperative. So when someone comes to you and says this dog is just not performing, what do you do in order to assess, to diagnose?
Well, they say 80% of the diagnosis comes through the case history. So if we get a good case history to start with, it already leads me in a direction of what I might be thinking the problem would be coming from.
And that way you can, help the dog. So is it immediate help?
Sometimes they will they'll walk off and they'll be fine. Sometimes it may take a day or two before we see a change in the animal. There's a lot of factors that come into play with that.
And I know that within massage, as in humans, you are advised to drink a lot of water to clear out any kind of infection or anything that is around the system. And so with a dog of this size, say, what would you do? What could you do to make this dog more comfortable?
Generally, we just recommend afterwards, depending on what we find, we make recommendations based on that. Generally, it's anywhere from overnight off to a couple, 3 days off. We don't generally recommend cage rest because they need to move. God put joints in the body to allow for movement, and it's important for those things to move.
Right. So arthritically, if a dog comes to you and has an arthritic problem, does this help?
It won't necessarily help the arthritic condition per se, but the overall benefit to the dog, it will help them overall. If the arthritis has progressed past a certain point, no, we can't reverse that.
So actually, this is not a muscle massage.
No.
It is a spinal or bone massage. Can you show me a little bit about where you would work with this dog?
Well, everything that we do is based on human technique, so it's all human technique adapted to the animal. So it's not something that's out there. It does have basis in fact. Generally, what I might do is just go through and do some motion and just kind of check the overall motion of the dog's spine. They should have some up and down motion. I'll leave my elbow in your face. Go through and just, your own animals are always the worst. Just assess motion in the pelvis. I might just check some side-to-side motion in the thoracic and lumbar spine to see kind of how we're moving. I go up and just statically and sometimes motion palpate in the neck and see where we might have some restrictions.
So you have just the one dog?
Actually, I have 2 others at home.
Have 2 others? So do they get this special treatment?
This one does.
I think this may be Daddy's favorite.
Yeah, this is Daddy's girl.
This is Daddy's
I
girl.
see. Well, we appreciate it so much. You're coming out and demonstrating this for us. It is an option, folks, another aspect of a healing that we can pump drugs into them, we can make them maybe feel better temporarily, but the thing about it is to know exactly what is going on with your dog is extremely important. So Dr. Mars, we appreciate it. Pat, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I assume you assist him.
I do.
She does in the adjusting portion. She helps me with the adjusting portion.
Oh, that's excellent, excellent. Well, as I say, we appreciate you so much. So if someone wants to use you facility, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, we're located south of Norman in Lexington, technically Slaughterville, but we're in Lexington, and they can reach me by phone primarily.
Okay, and it's M-A-R-R.
M-A-R-R, that's correct.
And so as I say, do you have a website?
Unfortunately, I do not have a website. I'm old enough that we're just...
The word is out.
The word.
Well, that is so, because all I do is mention your name one time, everybody goes, oh, yes, I use them. So we thank you again so very, very much.
You're more than welcome.
Recently, I went down to an event down at Cox Center. It was the Collie Specialty event. It was so exciting. I want you to see this. We are with the Collie Club of America, the National Specialty Show, and I would like to introduce Roxana Height. How are you, my dear?
I'm good.
Good. And you and I connected because I really wanted to find out about this show and about the rough and smooth collies. Now, you are a handler?
I am a judge and a breeder.
And a
I'm
breeder.
no longer a handler.
Okay, so you can't handle anymore.
I handle my own dogs.
Welcome, Yoshimi, and you are from Japan.
Yes.
So that's a fur piece to come, as we say here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but we love collies, and it's very exciting to be here to hang out with
Yes.
people.
So you are a breeder,
Yes.
and you breed collies in Japan?
Yes.
So I understand that in Japan you're allowed one dog? Unless you can get by with it, with more?
Yeah. Yes. Sure. Yes. Sure.
Being from Japan, is this
Yes.
your first time in Oklahoma?
No, it's I think it's 8
8 years you've been coming to
yes.
Oklahoma?
No, the
I mean,
national was
yeah,
here 8 years ago.
Yeah.
8 years ago. So this is the second time you've come to Oklahoma.
Yes.
So did you buy a cowboy hat?
Oh, not yet, but I will look for it later, maybe.
We will pass then the mic over here to Nancy Ansula. Now, tell me, Nancy, my friend Graham tells me that he did an article, and we were in the paper, about you coming from Canada.
Yes.
Now, that is a fur piece, too.
It's a 30-hour drive.
A
from my
30-hour
house.
drive.
Yes.
So how many dogs did you bring?
We brought 5 with us.
And were they smooth or rough?
All roughs.
All rough coats.
Yes.
So what do you think of this, the whole thing with the collies being so popular and such a beautiful dog? Is this going to be, I mean, they've been popular for a long, long, long time, since what, Lassie? Mm-hmm. So has the conformation changed, do you think?
Over the years, yes, I think it has.
And tell me how it has.
We've refined our heads more than we had in the past. I think we have a little bit better bodies, good structure, and better temperaments than we had probably 30 years ago, too.
Yeah. Well, Lassie had a pretty good temperament.
Lassie had a good one.
Mike Van Tassel, tell me, you are the president of this organization?
Yeah, I'm president of the Collie Club of America.
And how long have you been president?
Just 1 year. I took over a year ago. The term goes, it's a 2-year term, and it starts at the national and general meeting, the national, and it goes to the next general meeting. So I have 1 more year.
Okay, so you are well versed in what's going on here then.
Yes.
So this is an AKC kind of show.
Right.
And so do you get points toward anything from this show?
Yes, there's points given to the winner's dog and the winner's bitch. And at a national, the reserve winner's dog and winner's bitch also gets points. Mm-hmm. And that's the only show that ever happens. It only happens if you go to a regular dog show, reserves, I call them the best of the losers. And that's basically what it is. Yeah. In case there's a problem with the winner, misentry or something, then the points would be reverted to the reserve winner's dog or reserve
exactly.
winner. But here it's given because of the large entry.
We asked Krista, who is a judge, to evaluate 2 of the dogs here, a smooth coat and a rough coat.
Well, the first thing that I look at is I look down the line just at the general outline of the dogs, how they stand naturally on their own. I'll ask them to move around the ring, which lets me see not only what their gait looks like, but it also gives the dogs a chance to relax a little bit. And then each dog is examined individually. Their touch, their head is examined thoroughly because that's important in our standard, which dictates the things that we're breeding for. The shoulder assembly is checked, the top line, the rear assembly. They're gated individually to check for their structure and how well that they can use the structure that they have. And then they're placed in order.
Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much.
And we wish you luck. What a great opportunity to visit with such gracious collie enthusiasts. And we were especially impressed and blessed to see such an array of gorgeous dogs. A very special breed, these collies.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
Welcome back to Dog Talk. We're now joined by Tara Barris. And Tara, you have a wonderful facility that offers spay and neutering, kind of like a mobile clinic, so to speak. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, yeah, we actually have a stationary clinic in Spencer, Oklahoma. We've been there about 5 years. We've been in operation for 10, but we recently moved to Spencer about 5 years ago, and we're launching our mobile unit. And so that's going to be a program. Right now we serve Eastern Oklahoma County and the entire state really, but our focus is Eastern Oklahoma County. Our mobile is going to serve the entire state of Oklahoma.
And why did you feel like this was necessary? Were people just not able to get to you and you felt the need to get out to people, or why did you decide to make this transition in your business?
We have a lot of requests for people that are in rural areas that can't get to us, whether it's for financial means, they don't have a car, they can't pay for the gas. We have elderly people who can't drive, and it's just going to give us an opportunity to get to rural areas that don't have access to low-cost programs.
So this is obviously a big part of your life. This is your job, and more than that, because you've had a play in rescues earlier on in your career. Tell me a little bit about that and bring viewers up to light about what you did in a rescue situation.
Well, it all started with this little beagle that I found. And I started working with a beagle rescue that was here in Oklahoma, and I started volunteering with them after finding the dog. And what I noticed was these huge veterinary bills, just that they were having.
They're outrageous.
They're huge, yeah. It was very, very large. And so I just thought, being more business-minded, not really knowing a lot about rescue, that there's got to be a better way. So I started out volunteering, and then I kind of broke off into rescue and did my own thing. And then experiencing it myself firsthand and understanding how expensive it could be, I mentored with another woman, Ruth Steinberger, who's just an awesome animal advocate.
Ruth.
Yeah, she's a good friend of mine. She kind of mentored me through a lot of things, and then that spawned the spay-neuter program that I started on my own, and that was 10 years ago.
And this is still a big part in your life. What are your future plans? I mean, past a mobile unit, what else do you think needs to be done in the state of Oklahoma to help this epidemic?
I definitely think that we need to start talking to our lawmakers and really start putting some pressure on them as far as spay-neuter ordinances. I think that we've got to start educating the public on the importance of spaying and neutering, and start being friendly with our local animal shelters and really get in with them and start developing relationships so that rescues, good reputable ones, can start working to pull dogs and get them into happy, healthy homes.
And if our viewers want to do their part and go ahead and get their dogs spayed and neutered, how can they contact you?
They can call our clinic directly at 405-625-6574.
Thank you so much for all you do, and best of luck.
Thanks so much.
In the mobile unit.
Thanks so much.
We'll be right back with more on Dog Talk, including a pug fashion show. That's right. Stay with us.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
What a better way to start or end your day than holding a pug. This is the epitome of joy. Now, I want to tell you what, these are the happiest little dogs in the world, are they not?
They are.
I'm telling
They
you,
are.
it is just wonderful. So this is Pug Rescue, and yeah, you are from Pug Rescue.
I am.
You are Pug Rescue. And how long has Pug Rescue been going?
We started in 2003.
That's right.
2003, and with probably 20 pugs that we rescued for the first 6-7 months, and then it just grew and grew and grew.
Grew and grew, and of course your events are the best. Watching all of the, must be hundreds of little dogs running around, everybody laughing, and you know, they've got such great personalities. All they want is just to kind of walk around and say hi. And
They do, very
you
social.
do that? Yes, you do.
Very
You're so
social.
cute. They really are. Well, we brought quite a few here. And we have Sooner! Boomer Sooner, there he is. I'm going to put mine right down here. There you go, sweetie. And we've got some more to see, actually, don't we?
Yes, we do. There's a few waiting in the wings back there.
Okay, let's bring on one of these.
How about somebody else come out?
Yeah. Now,
Come out
who are
wherever
these?
you
What
are.
are these dogs' names?
This is Princess.
Hey, Princess.
And she is a princess. This is Rudy. And this here is Buddha,
And
the
Buddha.
fighter pilot.
Now, I love that.
He's just missing his plane.
Uh-oh, we got a little rivalry over here.
Hey, there we go.
This is Jody.
Jody
She's
from
Miss
OSU.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Wave
I
those
see that.
pigtails, girl.
She's working it.
And all of these dogs are up for adoption?
Yes, they're all up for adoption.
Oh, and they are
We have a
wonderful.
few adoptions pending on a couple of them, but they're all still
Okay, and we
waiting
have
for homes.
We have more.
Where's
so
more friends?
Let's bring some of these guys out here. Oh, look at this.
Little camera.
So put that little booger down.
This is Clarence.
That's Clarence.
Clarence,
and he's the frog.
He is Mr. Frog, yes.
Yes. He says, I'm going to
He
shake
says,
my
no,
hide
I'm
here."
not. I'm not a frog.
So these and all of these dogs are still in the rescue.
Yes.
And they've all been spayed and neutered.
Spayed, neutered, had all their shots,
They're ready
heartworm
to go.
tested, and they're ready to go.
Okay, so who else do we have out there hanging out? Got some more babies.
Did
Why
you
don't
lose
you
your
bring the
hat?
bring it over here?
This is Wrinkles.
There's
Rico.
Now
Wrinkles. Sprinkles.
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 And
Rico.
Sprinkles is, you told me, can't see.
He's blind. He's totally blind, and he's
Okay.
also a diabetic.
He's diabetic,
And so he takes insulin twice a day.
Yeah.
But then he's fine.
Yes, exactly.
He's really good. He went blind not from the diabetes. He went blind from another condition.
Oh,
so
I'll be darned.
He's
He's a little pet that needs a little help,
Yes,
but it would
a
not
little
give you
help.
any trouble, I promise that.
Absolutely
And so
not.
who do we
He's
have
so
here?
Sweet. This is Shay.
Shay.
And she just came into the rescue a couple days ago.
Yeah. So why don't you come here? You want to just sit down right here?
Yeah.
And Shay will be comfortable
Shay's
there.
a sweet girl. She's sitting on my lap.
Yep, she loves to sit
Have
on
you
lap.
ever seen so many happy dogs? I mean, this is incredible. These dogs are wonderful, guys. They just absolutely bring
Oh,
joy.
she was left in the
Oh,
wings.
and Tiffany's
She was left
got
in the
one.
wings.
Yeah. Okay,
Don't
Tiff,
forget.
come and sit
This
down
is
here in
Ruby.
front there with Ruby. Look at little Ruby. Bring Ruby up there. Okay, Ruby.
And she
You
came
have
in with
to
her
fix
brother,
hat.
but yep, we need her hat fixed. Those Southern bells. they
And you
just
know,
can't-
I love these costumes. You always have the greatest costumes, and I know with your events that does too.
Yes, we
when
have
is your
costume
when is your big event?
It's going to be October 3rd this year, once again at Stars and Stripes Park in Oklahoma City.
October the 1st.
And the pugs can run loose
The
because
3rd?
it's all fenced.
Okay.
October 3rd, first Saturday in October. And we'll be out there as usual with all of the pugs, and there's costume contests and all sorts of things.
And I
going on.
can't tell you what fun it is. Whether you're in the whether you're looking for a pug to adopt or just in the mood to see some fun events, this one is probably the funnest.
Oh, well, glad to hear
It is.
that.
I always love going out there because all these little dogs are so
And we love
happy.
having you. You come out every year.
And yeah, because I just enjoy it so much. And you do have auction items.
Yes, we
and
have a
you've got-
huge silent auction. Last year we had a live auction that you participated
That's
in.
right, exactly. And the dogs do, sometimes they dress and they
Yep.
have a contest.
Yep,
Ted,
we have costume
you would really
contests.
enjoy that.
I would, and I could snuggle with all of them. Is that allowed?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
It's recommended.
Here, Ted, you have one on the leash and you don't have one
Oh
in your
my
arms.
goodness.
Yes,
Come here, Star Wars.
yes.
That's Mr. Rudy.
I know it's high up here, okay? I know. He's like, it's too high. It's too high.
Yeah, the fighter pilot
I'm
needs
going
his
to give you a
wings.
kiss one of these days. But these are so fantastic, and I just love them. And I appreciate you coming out.
Well, we
and we are
appreciate you
going
inviting
to
us.
donate $500 to your rescue, and we
Wow,
hope
didn't
that it
expect
will
that.
help in some way.
Sure
folks,
will.
And that's the thing about it. Golly, you know, our lifestyles are so expansive, and you know the thing about it is that we do so many things. And I was saying the other day, if everyone in this state just gave $1 once a month, all of our
agree.
rescues
I know.
would be in good shape.
We try to
You
tell
know,
people
and
that.
it's so easy to do.
It
It's
is.
just collectively, as private citizens doing that. Make a donation, guys. This pug rescue is a great example.
Help out the
need
sleepy
it.
frog over here.
Help out the sleeping frog, finds a
Get some
home.
energy drinks.
You see how little trouble the sleeping frog is going to be? Take care, guys. We've had a great show today, and we hope that you've enjoyed it. Give us input, if you will, whatever you want to see, and we will see you later.
Dogs. We're talking about dogs. Talking about big dogs, talking about little dogs, oh yeah. Chasing the ball, chasing the cat, digging holes, thing like that. Dogs. Talking about dogs. Laughing dogs, sad dogs, happy dogs, mad dogs. Dogs. Just talking about dogs. Lost and alone, running the street, checking the garbage, looking to eat. Out there sad and on their own, the law will get them if they got no home. Dogs, talking about dogs. Dogs, we're talking about dogs. You say they were angels sent from above, then a year or two later you fell out of love. You dumped them.